For music lovers of a certain age, the connection is immediate. An instrumental pop hit called Classical Gas. It won composer Mason Williams not one, but 2 Emmys. They sit on a shelf in his Eugene home because today, Williams is back in Oregon after a long and storied career in Hollywood. He calls it being majestically naive.
I liked myself better as a naive person than I did as someone who'd been through the celebrity mill in Hollywood. I was in Hollywood in '64, and that was about the end of the folk music era. The Beatles came on board in '64.
I never needed anybody's help in any way.
And that was when he hooked up with a comedy duo, 2 brothers named Smothers.
From Television City in Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen, meet the Smothers Brothers.
But I was a folk singer, and the reason I worked well for the Smothers Brothers is that most of their comedy bits were based on what we used to call opening up a folk song to make it funny. And since I knew about 300 of them, I was perfect for what they were doing.
Now tell me, if we're going to sing this song, you're going to have to identify with these vulgar boatmen. Rough, brawny, robust men.
Oh, young men.
Now you're getting it. You're getting it. Keep it up, keep it up.
Hi there, we're the vulgar boatmen.
Yes.
Pushing, straining, sweating, swearing, spitting. Well, we're vulgar.
Tommy used to say, we don't do jokes, we're a relationship comedy. You know, it's our relationship that's funny. So, not that they would pass up a good joke, but in other words, their routines is the mom always liked you best, and oh yeah, and all these kinds of things that Tommy would get into.
It is not a stupid song.
It's a stupid song.
It
It's
is
a
not.
dumb show and a
Wait a
stupid song. It's a silly,
minute.
boring show.
Tommy,
with
that
a
show's a very popular show and a very popular song. So
Well,
you're obviously off base.
It's a dumb show.
Have you seen the show? Have you seen the show?
It is laced
Have
with-
you seen it? Answer yes or no. Have you?
Let me say.
Have you? Have you seen the show?
It's a dumb.
Have you seen it?
I'm an American. I don't have to see something to know it's dumb.
The Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour was a Sunday night staple, back when there weren't a lot of options for TV watchers.
It was Ed Sullivan, Smothers Brothers, and then Mission Impossible. That was, and the Smothers Brothers show was the only show that actually beat Bonanza in the ratings. And it was called a kamikaze time slot, because nobody could beat that.
In one episode, the writers even spoofed their success with a sketch that made fun of the Cartwright clan.
Put my hair back, white boy.
That's singer Harry Belafonte playing one of the Bonanza Rosa brothers. To have a black performer on network television was groundbreaking. Williams says the credit goes to Tom Smothers.
What Tommy did, I thought, was to make his TV show like a prism, and the whole revolution just refracted through it.
Though the show would end up canceled for being too overtly political, Williams says the first battles with the network were over the musical acts they booked and what they would play on the air. The Suits wanted safe hits from Broadway. Tom Smothers wanted artists with an edge.
And he had creative control, so he said, I'm just not going to do what you ask.
Ladies and gentlemen, The Doors.
So the guest roster included new acts like The Doors,
Natural child, terrible child.
and the Ike and Tina Turner Revue.
I love you just the way I love that rag doll.
Our show broke record. I mean, I guess that's a funny thing to say, but when a record breaks, that means it's becoming a hit. And that's how I got my recording contract with Warner Brothers, because we had helped them make so many hits by being on TV that Warner Brothers came to Tommy and said, man, you've made a lot of hits for us by having these people doing their new things on your show. What can we do for you? And Tommy said, I think Mason would like to make a record. So that's how casual it is sometimes.
So Williams wrote his first album of songs while he was still writing comedy sketches for the brothers. Eventually, he became a headliner himself, performing traveling shows like Of Time and Rivers Flowing, a tribute to America's waterways.
Your power is turning our darkness to dawn, so go on.
The environmental message reflects William's deep love of Oregon. After all, he spent many summers in Oak Ridge with his stepdad. The old man, he says, was an ace at fly fishing.
He caught 180 trout in 3 days, which shows you how great he was. And there was no limit in those days. And then, you know, the streams were just full. I don't think you could or would want to catch that many today.
The stepson, though, proved better with a guitar, and we're all the richer for it, or more majestically naive.